All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. So today I wanted to make a little bit more of a fun video. This is probably one of my most requested videos of all time. And the topic of this video is, would Sylvester Stallone have made a good bodybuilder? So it's a little bit more of a fun video because really I typically try to focus on bodybuilding history. And Sylvester Stallone obviously wasn't a bodybuilder, but he did happen to hang out with a lot of the bodybuilders from that era, especially Arnold and Franco Columbu. He was featured in a lot of bodybuilding magazines, and he was also training partners with Franco Columbu for a brief period of time. So him and Franco were actually pretty good friends, probably more so than him and Arnold were back in the day. But obviously nowadays, him and Arnold are a lot better friends. You know, he still hangs around in the bodybuilding community, and I believe one of these years, at one of the past Arnold Classics, Arnold Schwarzenegger awarded Sylvester Stallone with a Lifetime Achievement Award, which is the award that he gives out to important figures in the fitness industry every year at the Arnold Classic. So Sylvester Stallone is definitely a relevant topic to my channel because he definitely is involved in the fitness industry, and he's definitely recognized as pretty much an icon for the physique that he brought in both the Rocky movies and the Rambo movies, and just the physique that he has overall that he's maintained still to this day, you know, at almost 70 years old. So if we want to look at Sylvester Stallone's best physique, we have to go back to Rambo 2 in 1985. So 1985 was the year where he filmed Rocky 4. So that was the Rocky where he fought Ivan Drago. So that was the Rocky where they had all the crazy training scenes and the training montages. I believe the song and the soundtrack was that Heart on Fire song where he's training out in the, you know, the cold. He's lifting tree stumps and he's lifting, you know, stuff out in the barn. We all remember that iconic training scene. So for that 1985 year where he was filming Rambo 2 and Rocky 4, many people say that is the best physique that Sylvester Stallone ever had. That's the year he packed on a bunch of muscle and a bunch of size for that Rocky 4 movie so he could look big next to Ivan Drago, who the actor's name is Dolph Lundgren, who is an absolute monster. And I might be making a video about him in the future because a lot of people have requested that as well. So in Rambo 2, Sylvester Stallone weighed 195 pounds and he was 5'10". He boasted a 29-inch waist, 17-inch biceps, and a 50-inch chest. So compared to Rambo 1, which he filmed, and he weighed 180 pounds at Rambo 1, so he packed on about 15 pounds of muscle between the first Rambo and the second Rambo. So he definitely put on a lot of size. And as you can see, you know, there was not an ounce of body fat on Sylvester Stallone in Rocky 4 and in Rambo 2. This guy was shredded to the bone at 195 pounds. He's actually a pretty heavy guy for being as shredded as he was. So to answer the question, do I think that Sylvester Stallone would have been a good bodybuilder? The answer is really no. Overall, he didn't really have the muscularity and the size to be a bodybuilder. Like I said before, his biceps were only 17 inches, so he didn't really have the physique to be a bodybuilder. So you can see in the photos where he's flexing and posing with Franco Columbu, he's flexing and posing in the magazine shoots. He really doesn't have a bodybuilder physique, but he has a really lean, ripped, and aesthetic physique. So for that reason, I believe if he had competed in classic physique or men's physique today, probably men's physique, he would actually be the most successful. Like I said, he only had a 29-inch waist and then a 50-inch chest, so that obviously created a very good V-taper effect. As you can see in a lot of these photos, he had a very, very tiny waist, especially in Rocky 4, where he's standing in those photos next to Ivan Drago. His waist just looks absolutely just ridiculously tiny. So no type of bubble gut whatsoever. So in my opinion, I think Sylvester Stallone probably could not have competed in bodybuilding in the 70s and 80s, especially not in 1985, because that was the era where the bodybuilders were really starting to get bigger towards the end of the 80s and into the early 90s. That's where the focus on being more massive started to become the focus rather than aesthetics. So to answer the question, like I said, had he competed in men's physique or classic physique, I think he would have been very successful, especially men's physique. I mean, the waist that he has is perfect for that. So to answer the question, no, I don't think Sylvester Stallone could have made a good bodybuilder, but he probably could have competed in men's physique or classic physique. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below of Sylvester Stallone's physique. Do you think he would have been a good bodybuilder? Yes or no? Please give the video a thumbs up. Nick Strength and Power, signing out.